Okay, back again, Animoji Gaming. So I tried to do the quite shorter video than any of the remaining Zoom footage. So this was around 34 minutes, since in 45 minutes, in less than 45 minutes, I will have meeting. So I think I will get a little bit time gap around 5 minutes perhaps for after completing this Animoji. So this is about the game that I have been successfully sell. So for around $10, I think less than $10. So it's pretty cheap, yeah, for a Blu-ray disc that I don't know whether it is still sell or not, because it is definitely an old games. But if you talk about the newest remake for this game, it's still very expensive, more than $50, I guess. So yeah, I have deprecated around 20% of its price. Now it's only 20% perhaps of its price. Not sure, but basically this is PlayStation 3 games, and it is still definitely look like PlayStation 3 games, even though it is already remastered and have a size for approximately 45 gigabyte, which is pretty big for a static games that basically didn't have many things to do, I guess. But I'm not sure, because at the end of this video, the reason why I can actually finish testing the games a little bit faster is because I'm just stuck because of the drifting controller. So I just cannot follow the tutorials that was shown on the screen. So the button is just cannot be pressed, because maybe the analog is keep pointing into the wrong direction. So yeah, maybe that's the reason why I need to sell this game. But the real reason is because this game will eventually release on the PC as well in less than 3 months, I guess. But I'm not sure whether it will be delayed or not. But I'm not sure whether I will immediately buy it either, because it's definitely expensive and I don't think it is worth it, because I don't really like this game, to be honest. Even though I really like Resident Evil, and this is actually more realistic. But I don't know, maybe because it is pretty expensive, that's the reason why I'm just trying to not love it yet. And it will definitely have a big file size as well, which is wasting my storage. So maybe I will play it later when I have a sufficient storage. I do have sufficient storage, but I just don't want to waste it right now, because it's still pretty hard to upgrade storage. So that's the reason why. So all of the user interfaces look the exact same, like the Uncharted is pretty familiar, all of those options that can be done on this game, because yeah, this game is obviously developed by the same developer, which is Naughty Dog. I actually remember that this developer used to develop certain action game such as Canon, I guess, or Dead to Right, but I'm not sure. I think it used to be one of my favorite action games, talk about Dead to Right, in the PlayStation 2, even though I never really played again on the PlayStation 3, because at the time that I played the PlayStation 3, all of the game that I wanted to play is just Grand Theft Auto 5, so the rest of the games will not really play. And since this is already played before by my college friends, since this is actually one of the last games that I'm still keeping it, but eventually I decided to sell all of the remaining discs they used he used to give when selling the PlayStation 4. So because later after this I'm selling the last game, which is the Grand Theft Auto 5, with the game that I basically recently bought not quite a long time ago, but since I am wanted to focus on the PC, I think it is pretty unnecessary to have those on my collection, PlayStation 4 games collection. So maybe later I will definitely sell more games about the PlayStation 4, especially when I already played on the PC. Because I'm actually already own many of those games on the PC, and there's also some duplication on the PlayStation 4. So, but yeah, since I haven't been installed those games, I'm only trying to collect those games. So I'm just too lazy to download the games and play it because
listen
it
to me.
will definitely
He is the
waste
contractor.
some
He's the
space
contractor,
on
okay?
my
I
drive.
can't lose this job. I understand. Let's talk about this in the morning, okay?
So at the
We'll talk
beginning,
about it in the
it's
morning.
pretty look like
Good night.
horror
Scoot.
survival games that have a jump scare, but it turns out it didn't have that
Still
jump
doing
scare
that.
because
It's late.
God, what time is it?
my college
It's
friend
way
who
past your
didn't really
bedtime.
like
Still today?
horror game.
Honey, please not
Horror
right now. I do
is
not have the
still
energy for
really
this.
like this game, so
Here.
this definitely didn't
What's this?
have a lot of jump
Your birthday?
scares like the Resident Evil or even any other horror dedicated games.
You kept complaining about your broken watch.
So it's pretty sad that his kid is basically very fast to die
Honey, this is
in this game.
it's nice, but
That's the
I
reason
think it's stuck. It's not.
What? No.
He kind of
Oh, ha.
into
Where did you get the money for this?
Drugs.
into
I
different
sell hardcore
relationship with
drugs.
Oh,
other
good. You started helping out
young
with the mortgage.
girls.
Yeah, you wish.
It's pretty weird, and the world is already quiet before the outbreak. And actually, after this prologue, it's immediately jumped 10 years later, which is pretty weird to be honest, because what's actually happened in 10 years it should be pretty interesting as well, like the World War Z, that basically not even a year since the first outbreak, that it is already devastated everywhere. So yeah.
Hello?
Sarah, honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now. There's something.
The mutation is crazy.
Uncle Tommy? Hello?
Than any regular zombies, even though in this game the zombies is also pretty different because it's already in the form of a monster.
What was that all
like in the
about?
Quiet Place, perhaps. So I actually see the similarities in terms of the environment with the Quiet Place for some reason.
Dang it.
Sadly, the Quiet Place
Forgot to
never
give this to
really
him.
released as a video game. Even though it is pretty good movie, thriller movie. So yeah, sadly, The Last of Us is also not an open world games, because if Uncharted and The Last of Us is an open world game, it's basically make this game even way much interesting than it was used to be. Basically, they have already had those aspects, but they trying to make the game in just a single flow, which is pretty shame.
Dad?
So yeah, this one is pretty scary. the beginning because I never really watched any footage of The Last of Us before. So for the people who's basically had put a very big expectation to the game, I definitely expect some jump scare, but yeah, there's no jump scare at all in this video, this time of phase. Well, if it is turned into a horror game, it's definitely possible.
Daddy?
Like a Silent Hill, perhaps. I'm not sure. I never really played those games. Because yeah, it's definitely not
You in here?
games as
Seem to be
well.
somehow connected to the
Where
nationwide
the heck
pandemic.
are you?
We've received reports that victims afflicted with the infection show
It's
signs of
nearby.
increased aggression, and
Move everybody out of here now. There's a gas leak. Hey,
there seems to be some commotion coming from the...
What was that?
It's pretty weird that how fast is the
God.
outbreak messing up with any telecommunication and connection between people. So, yeah. Not sure whether it is actually happening in the real life. It will actually be the same or not, because yeah, the pandemic doesn't really make significant changes to people.
Dad?
But yeah, this is definitely a whole new kind of pandemic.
What is going on?
It is, they actually can survive for 10 years, which is surprisingly amazing for the disease or illness that basically very scary. So it's pretty dark,
There's his phone.
especially when I try to record it
8
on
missed calls.
HDMI video
Who the hell are
captures.
you? Call me
So I
on
never
my way.
really noticed how like it is actually be, because I never really played the PlayStation 4 into the monitor or TV directly, so that's the reason why I never feel those moods, so I can get used to it. But
Where
when
is
I
he?
try to play certain games on the PC, on the Dream Gadget, it really feels very different. This feels very smooth when I try to compare between the recorded footage. So the recorded footage is just meant to be recorded, not for monitoring at the same time, because it has a lot of input
Here you are.
delays.
Sarah, are you okay?
Yeah?
Did anyone come in here?
No, who would come in here?
Don't go near the doors. Just stand back there.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out.
There's a
What's going on?
interruption.
It's the Cougars. Something right with them. I think they're sick.
Kind of
Just
sick.
Jimmy!
Dad?
Come here. Come here. Jimmy. Jimmy, I am warning you.
So if Jimmy is actually entering the house before
Sorry.
his dad was
Someone
coming,
this
it's
morning.
definitely scary. It definitely
You
be
understand
a
me?
jump scare as well.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
So if you talk about
You have any
the
idea what's going on out there?
I got something.
character
Holy shit.
clothes, it
You
seems
got
to
blood all
be
over you.
quite good. It's
I've seen half the
equals to
people in the city lost
many
their minds.
modern games, but
Oh, parasite.
later in when
You can tell me
we
what
try
happened?
to see how the animation, the other animation,
Hey,
it
hold up,
still
buddy.
look old.
Okay.
The car movements,
Will you hear us on the radio?
man, this is
Yeah,
like
sure thing.
from a PlayStation 2 for some reason. So they're basically only
Cell phone.
increase the
No radio.
texture quality
Yeah, we're
instead
doing
of
great. Minute ago, newsman wouldn't shut up.
He said, where to go?
the refinement
He
into
said,
the animation as well.
Armies put up roadblocks
So
on the
maybe they
highways.
tried
Don't
to
get into
make
Travis
it
County.
as
Get the hell
original
out.
as it can be,
Take
or
71.
maybe it's like a Grand Theft Auto trilogy definitive
They say how many
edition.
are dead?
So there's
Probably a
not
lot.
many
Travis one
things
family
that
will mangle each other.
you can notice about the
Right.
differences between each of the games.
First time this happened.
They got no clue. But we ain't the only town. First they're saying it's just the South. The East Coast, the West Coast. What the hell?
Just don't get it why they're
That's
actually
Lewis's
pushing
farm.
the middle of the
That some
city,
bitch made
which
it out.
has a lot of peoples, and
Sure.
they're basically trapped there
What do you
and
say?
need to walk
No,
down.
of course not.
How do you know?
They said it's just people in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
That's right, he did. We're fine, trust me.
All right.
See what they need.
You think you're doing? Keep driving.
They got a kid, Joel.
So do
But
we.
we have room.
Keep driving, Tommy. See, I see. Someone else will come along.
You should have.
And this ambulance animation is just so bad.
Everyone and their mother had the same damn idea.
We could just
They
backtrack.
actually wanted to leave town, but it seems to be locked down by
Holy shit.
the army, perhaps.
Did you see that? Yes.
So that's the reason why
Turn here.
they tried to go into the city to
Come on,
find
people,
another
move.
way, but
Where's he
it
running
turns
from?
out it's
I'm trying.
getting crazier.
You can't stop here, Tommy. Fucking drop through. Go out there. They're behind me too. There. Hold on. Go.
And they were crushed by a trucks.
Daddy? Hey.
And it is pretty annoying because I was actually failed several times because the controller is drifting and I just cannot run because the run was not from a key, it's just from the analog, so it's pretty annoying. So I need to technically run sideways in order to prevent those drifting.
Dad?
Come here, baby. Come here. Come give me your hand.
So,
What is it?
his daughter is eventually died not because of the
Gonna need to run.
zombies, but because of the army itself. Shoot.
Come on, baby. Hold on tight.
Daddy, I'm scared. Oh no.
Close, honey.
So later, we are trying to get beaten by the infected. We cannot actually escape anymore
Don't look, sir.
because it's only about running.
Keep looking at me, baby.
Over there.
We're gonna get out of this. I promise.
Get back. back! There's too many of them! Through the alley! Go!
I'm very struggled running.
God damn it! We're almost there. We're almost there, baby.
So I was actually trying to
Keep
see
going! Find a way out of
how I can actually escape on that, but it turns out it's just not possible.
He's dead! God damn it! We're almost there. We're almost there, baby. Now get through the fence!
Fails.
Keep going! Find a way out of here! Come on!
It's really annoying because
Go!
actually fails
Go!
times in here because I can't straight.
Go! Come on! Go! Move it!
This is so annoying.
Oh.
Until
Come
I
on.
figure it out, I need
Go.
to run sideways instead, which is because the game not just let you to do that.
Come on! Go!
And how many times did I actually able to success on this?
Move it!
Well, I'm finally able.
Get to the highway! No, you got Sarah! I cannot run him! I will meet you there! Hurry! It'll be fine. Almost there.
Just don't get it. I'm already running sideways, but still not enough. So I do technically rotate sideways.
It's okay, baby. We're safe. We're safe. Hey, we need help.
Stop!
Please. It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken.
Stop right there!
We're not sick.
Got a couple of civilians on the outer perimeter. Please advise.
Daddy, what about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you to safety and go back for him, okay?
Sir, there's a little girl. But... Yes, sir.
Somebody, we've just been through hell. We just need...
And those sound is just automatically censored by the Zoom for some reason.
Oh, no. Sarah? Move your hands, baby. I know, baby, I know. God. Listen to me, I know this hurts, baby. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. I'm gonna pick you up.
Basically, this is the reason why a child is
Come on, baby, please. I know, baby. I know.
to be shown in on games.
Sarah.
Because, yeah, it's pretty heartwarming to see them die.
Don't do this. Hey, baby. Don't do this to us.
Because of a gunfight.
No. Please. Please don't.
I just don't get it why, but so what's there actually can do next, because
The number of
they should
confirmed
be
deaths has
killed
passed
by the
200.
army
The
instead.
governor has called a state of emergency.
There are hundreds and hundreds of bodies lining the streets.
Panic spread worldwide after a leaked report from the World Health Organization showed that the latest vaccination tests have failed.
With the bureaucrats out of power, we can finally take the necessary steps.
Los Angeles is now the latest city to be placed under martial law. All residents are required to report to their designated quarantine. Riots have continued for a third consecutive day, and winter rations are at an all-time low.
What's the lives
A group calling themselves the Fireflies have claimed responsibility for both attacks.
Their public charter calls for the return of all branches of government.
Demonstrations broke out following the execution of 6 more alleged Fireflies.
You can still rise with us. Remember, when you're lost in the darkness, for the light. Believe in the Fireflies.
Let's not get it. How many human that's basically still alive after 10 years. Oh, it's definitely 20 years. It's getting even crazier.
I'm coming.
Because it's definitely in the late 50s right now, because previously it's around late
How was your morning?
30s, perhaps. This girl seems to be very
No.
young. Maybe it's born during the outbreak.
Well, I have some interesting news for you.
Where were you, Tess?
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make.
We had a drop to make.
Well, you wanted to be left alone, remember?
So I'll take one guess. The whole deal went south and the client made off with our pills. Is that about right?
Deal went off without a hitch. Enough ration cards to last us a couple of months. Easy.
You want to explain this?
I was on my way back here and I got jumped by these 2 assholes, all right? And yeah, they got a few good hits in, but look,
Even
I
though
managed.
This was
Give me
pretty
that.
much static, but it's still
These
need
assholes still with us?
quite long hours to
That's funny.
complete the games.
Just find out who they were.
Yeah, look, they were a couple of nobodies. They don't matter. What matters is that Robert fucking sent them.
Our Roberts.
He knows
Basically,
that we're after him. He figures he's going to get us first.
Son of a bitch, he's smart.
Game is still most likely
He's not
like
smart
the 6 times.
I know where he's hiding.
Like hell you do.
In terms
Old
of
warehouse in Area
maybe
5.
In terms of the cutscenes,
Can't say for how long, though.
it's pretty much
Well, I'm ready
the same
now.
like a
Yeah.
real
All I can do now.
because they basically still need to record their voice just like a movie. So the only thing that can basically make the game longer to complete is just how they try to automate or
Checkpoint's still open.
randomize the
We have a few hours
gameplay
left until curfew.
as much as
You
they
better hurry up then.
can until it's not look real. Because definitely goes into repetitive if we basically try to replicate over and over again
I've been selected for outside work duty.
That's such
with
crap.
different conditions.
Soldiers are
but
supposed to handle the
same
outside.
exact scenario.
I'll make sure to tell them that. What about you, Joel? You been summoned for this bullshit yet?
Nope.
Yeah, I bet.
Pretty tired already, even though this video is come to an end. It's only 4 minutes remaining. So I never really
Look at that.
experienced any
Ration
kind of
line hasn't
hype
opened
on
yet.
this game yet.
Must be running low again.
Because maybe, yeah, just like an Uncharted, maybe they're trying to focus on the story instead of gunfight action game, where immediately only focus on the tutorial.
Voice down. What's wrong with you? Whatever, I don't even care anymore.
And my controller is already level low. I'm not sure whether it is actually the cause of the drifting. Seems to be worse, getting worse than it used to be. Because it's been a while that I didn't play the PlayStation 4, so the controller is a bit drained for some reason. So there's definitely not many enjoyable buildings, even though this was not an open world game instead.
Seems like more people are getting infected.
That just means more people are sneaking.
The towers is not falling for almost 20 years, seriously. And there's no greens.
Fucking lynched.
Entire squad?
Yeah.
I got us all.
The way I heard it, they lined them
They
up in
shouldn't
the
give us
street.
any static up there.
Retribution.
Play cool.
We ever lose this place to distract.
Drive on through.
In 20 years, he didn't try to make another daughter as well. That's really weird. How long was the 20 years without having anything in the middle of the outbreak just to stay alive, perhaps? So yeah, we cannot do many things, and there's no map, just like an Uncharted game, so we just stick to our logical things that how this game should have objectives.
What's your business here?
Got the day off. Visiting a friend.
All right, we'll run through it. Thanks.
Reason, even though there's others. And this is when I stop and just don't get it why. Basically, they're trying to explain a different kind of perspective of the aftermath. Because obviously human civilization are trying to recover from the outbreak, but a similar problem is still definitely happen, such as terrorism. So that's the reason why, and maybe those terrorism is also be the things that maybe the truth, like the Total Recall, perhaps. I'm not sure. So yeah, I think that's the end of this video. So the controllers eventually need to be charged first. So the next video will be the GTA 5 and Watch Dogs Legion, but since it is not the new games that I just currently play, so I'm really testing it. So